The prosecution and the defense have both rested. We are kicking off week 7 of trial. I think we are finally nearing the end. This morning, the prosecution is forcing my friend Paul to show up in court because they want them to testify against me. Last week, Paul tried to refuse to testify by pleading the Fifth, and the prosecutors offered them immunity to make them testify anyway. So today we're having a hearing outside of the jury, and we'll see what happens. The judge just ruled that Paul will not be forced to testify against me. The prosecutors are very, very upset. There were originally 4 people who they were trying to force to testify against me, and they failed on every single one of them, so it's looking like none of my friends will be testifying on the prosecution's behalf. The prosecution is about to call their first and possibly only rebuttal witness with the aim of making the jury question whether or not chickens are really scalded alive at Purdue's Petaluma Poultry Slaughterhouse. This afternoon, the prosecution called Allison Howlett, a manager at the slaughterhouse. She testified to Petaluma Poultry's use of red denaturant, which is a dye to mark certain chicken bodies as unfit for human consumption. The purpose of her testimony was because the prosecutors want the jury to believe that the chickens in the condemnation pile are bright red because of dye, not because they were scalded alive. We have evidence that raises doubts as to whether they really are consistently using this red dye, and we also have many other reasons to believe that chickens are being scalded alive there. Howlett also testified that condemned chickens are sent to a rendering plant to be used for things like dog food, which means that sick, diseased chickens from this facility are being fed to other animals. After Howlett finished testifying, the prosecution rested and so did the defense, which means we are officially done with evidence in this case, and we will present closing arguments to the jury tomorrow, and then they will begin their deliberations.